Hey, this is Brennan Backus. I'm about to do the tutorial for car stories. This is for the collect and win tutorial, so here's how we're gonna get started today. So bring up your collect and win, you just come over here, you'll see this icon right about there where my cursor is, so I click on that and that will bring up the offer window, and I don't know, I have to get things for the Exalis. So here, you ask your friends. You need to collect 20 of them in order to get a little tick and says complete. So, for that part, here's what you have to do. So, you click on ask, and you got your recommended, which is all your people that play the game but don't even know that you're actually there. So that's what I have to think about here. So, first off, you need to ask from your car stories tab, and there's all my friends that have been joining me ever since I started. So we click on set and send, and that will send it off. And you might get a Facebook prompt, but you click on OK, and then you'll come back to the game, and it will be all sent to them. So, and after that, you got this recommended tab, which is very useful. So I recommend first you put car stories, you send it up to them first, then you come to recommended and you send off as many as you can. So just only send about 3, maybe 4 pages, and you'll probably get it done in an instant jiffy. So that should be easy for you. So close that, and you'll notice that I got 48 messages waiting. So in those messages you might expect accept me or something. So I'll close this window and I'll pop up my messages right now. So there's all my people that I sent things to and they responded back. So that's all the accepts. Down here you'll see accept jobs, which is only for the back market bar, but that's alright. And you got send, which means people wanting parts for their specialty garages, which I'll put in another tutorial later on, so you can understand that more often. And you'll see more accept jobs and sends. Now these are the things you want to see. Send. So if you get the part there and it says send, you send it off to other people. So they want it and you give it to them. So right now I want to go up to here. Whoop, full screen window. I've got to close that. Now here's what you do and what you don't do when you got these messages. You don't just go accept without closing the window, because if you do that, you only get about half your parts. So like, say these 5, if I click on all of them at once, then probably only have about 2, maybe 3 parts coming through. So the trick here is to accept, close the window, bring it up, accept the next one, and then close again. So right there, the 6 out of 20. So if I do the same trick again, that should be 8. So there we go, 8 out of 20. Let's see if I do that thing that I was said not to do. So accept 3, close, have a look. 9 of 20. It's only came 1 through, the other 2 didn't go through. So that's why you just do the way I do it. So I'll do it here, click, accept, close, click, accept, close. And I'll do it every single time, just to make sure that all these parts come through, rather than just click it all at once in a mad fury, which apparently is a lot harder. But yet, if you do it that way, you're just going to lose parts that you might need to get this to show up like that. So that's that done. So the next thing I'm going to have to show you is the garages. I've got 25 or 30 at the moment, so it should be a piece of cake here. So I'll go around to my garages, I'll look through to here, and I've got coins ready to pick up. So I'll click on each one very quickly, because you might get a part now and then. So see, +1s, +1s, +1s. I get gill cans as well, so that's a little bit of extra bonus if you want to use these in order to get your cash. So I'll click on each garage, you'll bring it up, +1s, and well, you know, I've got it complete. So that's done. That's, I think it's done, but it's actually 28 or 30, so I'll need a bit more later on, so I'll do that at a later time. So here's how you do your ordering side, however, because the ordering is another part of this collect and win. So collect and win is kind of like find your parts and you got to do certain tasks. So think of it as kind of like a Dragon Veil method. So you got to think about that in a way. So I'll do the researching for now. So here's what I did earlier. I researched the standard with a legend. Normally I would go standard and sport just to get most of the less time, but this is the most effective way of doing it. So I'll get it complete and I'll research again, and then there's your standard. This is the normal thing I'll usually do if I want to get all the collect and win parts very quickly. So that's all you need to figure out for here. Now, here's what it'll be looking like if you go like, whoop, a full screen window again. I hate full screen windows. So here's what I normally would do. So I remove the car. Whoop, I've got to do it on the full screen, by the way. Then close it anyway. Then I'll do sport. Look here. Do you see your 4 possibilities? Well, it's got the standard and the sport, which is less timing, but you got these two, which has longer timing than your normal 2 that you got there. So I want to get rid of that sport and try go with a legend or something that doesn't have that much possibilities. I'll go full screen again, close it again, and I'll have to go to legend, since I like legend cars with the standard to collect all the parts very quickly. Now, you got the research results window, and you see there's only one car, so it'll be always that all the time. So, and it'll take 10 seconds for me, so that's alright. Once you get your cars, you've got to sell them straight off the bat. So don't place them in your garage, because your standard is basically coinless, so you don't have much coins to buy it again. So sell that standards every time you get it, and you keep on going until you see a +1. And if you get a +1, you're doing it correctly. If you don't have it, try it again, and you'll hopefully get all those parts straight off the bat for that one. Well, my garage is already there, so I'll click on that, and there's the +1 for that one. So here we go. I'll try. Nope, didn't come up. I've got to keep on trying until it's really ready to show a +1. So I press again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then it'll say complete and run again. So I've got 4 spaces in my car thing, so make sure you got 1 space while you do this, so that your thing does not get full at one time. So I'll sell all those cars in a minute, so that will be easy. And that's what you need to be showing a +1. So I'll do that research again to make sure I can keep on going with this when I'm showing you guys. So accept, and I'll click them too. Now that's the part for the researching. Now your daily thing, you need to make sure that you got the right amount of days to the right amount of collections. If you can't do it, then you get paid the 19 cash, and you add another one to it without having to collect it every day, which means you can actually collect the same time each day and also pay with cash. But I don't want to pay the 19 cash for that, so I'll over collect it all the rest of the day, since I've got about plenty of days remaining. So here's the next thing, the ordering. And if you do this right, you'll get it. See all these factories right here? Dragging my cursor around. That's the factories. So for your factories, you click on each one when they're ready. I got these already on 10 times parts. So 10 times parts, not much time, very simple to collect, and doesn't take long really. So clicking on them and go plus ones again. So there's your plus ones. So plus ones got to show, and they'll be put on my collecting wins. So 10 times parts I can order again, or I can do this if I don't have that. So in case I do. So normally this is the thing I want to use all the time if I want to farm. So always farm the 10 times parts, 50 coins, 25 experience, 10 the parts, and 30 seconds, which is reduced if you're actually using good skills. However, don't try and go all the way up to any of these three here. If you go for any of these like there, you can waste a lot of time, and a lot of time I've seen people waste. So I wouldn't want to recommend you guys doing that. So always do 10 times parts, and I could order again when they're complete, so that I can keep them going, I can farm them until it is complete, and that ordering section has a tick saying like that. It'll say tick, it'll got green tick there, and it'll say complete. So that's all for the collecting win tutorials. I hope you guys go optimize these cars, because they will be part of a collection anytime soon. So for now I have to say goodbye. So thanks for everyone to listening in, and could join the group if you're playing car stories. But please make sure that you're actually making these apps and games that you play showing, because I'll be keeping an eye on those, and when you join it'll be conducted. So please make sure that you set that to public. So, and if you really want to share something to validate that you're playing the game, please do this. So I'll close this window and I'll come down to the bottom corner where I've got this photo booth, or photo studio as it's called here. So I'll click take picture, I'll select any car, it'll be that one. Yep, I want that background, and I want to choose what car I got, what the car I have. I can only do one car, so I'll click on that one and see if I can never to do that. Or any car that you might have. So any car I have, I'll just click on it, and hopefully it will show up, and you click on share when you're done, and it will show you, it'll send you straight to your wall, which will then say game pause down here in the CS, but that's all it says. And if I wait, which it's taken a bit of a long time for me since my computer's probably slow since I've installed a later game for my PC, it'll pop up and say that you'll show your image and whatever you want to put on it. So please make sure that if you do that, then you got to make sure that it'll show up, say, you know, this is what's happening, and set the permissions on that post to public, please. I've seen plenty of people who don't put it to public and will get avoided straight away. So if you want to join our competitions, you've got to make sure that it's showing, or else you won't join the group. So make sure you share a car, put it on your posts, set it to public, and you'll win. Right, in order to join the group, you gotta need this showing, permission set to public. Down the side, I should be able to see apps and games right there, and the car stories icon. So I need that, all that, to be able to ensure that you are an active car stories player. So that's all for me now. Join the next tutorial, so see you later.